I am the board president for Education for a Better America. And EBA basically seeks to fund, promote, sponsor, conduct activities that will build an educational system that serves the needs of students in urban communities. But we have a sports and academic initiative that basically seeks to improve the educational outlook in urban areas by looking at how these communities consistently produce some of the world's best athletes, and to see how this cultivation of excellence can be transferred into the academic arena. The initiative will construct programs with the purpose of encouraging the same level of emphasis, focus, and training in the area of education that have produced athletic success. So we have partnered with one of the most prestigious civil rights organizations in this country, the National Action Network.
He's the Peyton Manning of political commentary, the Michael Jordan of social activism, the LeBron James of civil rights. Let's all rise for the premier civil rights leader of our generation, the Reverend Al Sharpton.
Thank you. Thank you. Life will never break in your room and drag you out the bed and make you successful. That's not going to happen. Life will meet you where you meet life. Before you deal with what price it's going to take for you to achieve, before you decide how much you got to put in, you have to decide where you're going. So you can determine the price and the discipline based on where you're going. If you're going to put half in, you're going to get half out. If you're going to put all in, you can get all out. If you want to be the best that ever was at whatever it is you choose to do, you have to be willing to do more to get that than whoever the best was before you. The one thing that I noticed about both James Brown and Michael Jackson is that they were extremely disciplined. You see an artist on the stage. What makes an artist is not what you see as a result of what they prepare for. What makes them is what you don't see in their preparation.
I represent a large section of the urban core, the hood, in Miami-Dade County, right? Liberty City, Overtown, portions of North Dade. So all these schools fall in the feeder pattern. And what we want to be clear about and why we're here is understand this. We understand the narrative that exists about the dumb athlete. Everyone understands that, right? That there's a myth, a perception that athletics and academics cannot coexist in the same space. That you're here primarily because of your skill set, and that's it. But understand this, the mere fact that you are present in this space means that you are dispelling that myth. Too often, people have set aside low academic performance because of athletic success.
One of the goals of this initiative is President Obama articulated the goal of the United States leading the country in college completion rates and college graduates by 2020. You'll get your opportunity. But so be patient, but every day practice at game speed, work with a sense of urgency. Learn how to handle adversity. Keep the big picture in mind. The big picture. Man, I'm finna quit, man. He ain't playing me. You gonna quit and do what?
But yeah, so we're going to talk about defining your brand, creating your brand, and protecting your brand. So here's the thing. First of all, we were talking a little bit about Aerotech. We are a $5.1 billion staffing company, which means what? We have 200 locations, field offices. Chris is in charge of the Washington, D.C. office. But we literally put 6,000 people to work every single week.
Hey everybody, my name is Brian Danner. Hey team. A brand is something that will be with you for life and that can never be washed away, burned away, or taken away.
So NCAA, here's what we know about them. 400,000 student athletes, you're part of them around the country, representing over 20 sports at 1,000 schools across the nation. Like it or not, every time you walk across the campus, every time you put on a uniform, you're out there on the field doing your thing. You are representing the NCAA brand.
There are a lot of issues in our society right now that will affect you. First and foremost, jobs. All of you are here to gain an education, and in doing so, obviously the hope is that you will have a fruitful career after this. But jobs is something that's still plaguing our country, and even though the unemployment numbers are going down, we know that youth unemployment is very high. And so that includes you now as well as when you graduate. And so we would hope that you would like to focus on some sort of civic action and legislation building, policy making that would help not only you, but your peers across the country who are college students, who are looking for a way to have that American dream, to realize the American dream.